careful, considered, not particularly aggressive play. Now, would you say we're seeing something quite different here?
I think it's a wonderful contrast what we're seeing here. Um, Two evenly matched big hitting players, whereas the last match we were looking at with the women was two fairly evenly matched, more cautious players. So you can still have a great game, and a not one-sided game if you're evenly
Mm.
matched, no matter what the style is. But both interesting. Perhaps this one a bit more flamboyant with more big shots that can be very startling. But it boils down to it. You've got to run the hoop before your opponent does. So let's see if Owen can do it this time.
Yes. Now, I think that took about 15 minutes, Tricia.
Yeah, you've been on that hoop. I wasn't watching when I was on my break, so I didn't see that. But that black ball has got well down towards the next hoop, which leaves him in quite a good position, because if Chas lands this in
Oh,
position, which he hasn't, black would be close enough to be able to clear it. So Owen has an opportunity now to take position with two balls, and Chas still to bring red up. So I think he needs to hang back a little. Well, no.
that curled a little bit. Yes.
It may be that yellow doesn't have much of a hit on it. There's no backswing. So
Now, what's Owen going
Chas,
to do here? Is he going to clear the yellow or is he going to run for the hoop?
he's going the hoop. None of the other balls are in hoop running position, so it's essentially a free shot. Oh, well, a little
Well,
bit crooked.
if it had curved before, 2 feet before the hoop, it would have actually gone through. Yes. Each court has its
It
own
was,
character, doesn't it, Tricia?
every one. It was quite a long hoop, but yeah, it was definitely worth a try. There's not many safe places for Owen to come back to here. He'll have to hang
Yes.
back quite a bit away from the hoop, unless he decides to try and clear something. I don't see the point, though. Yeah, giving himself a
Mm.
longish hoop and saying to yellow, well, clear me if you want, and to red.
Yes, Chas set himself up there to defend the hoop, didn't he? Quite well.
Mm.
So you
So if
think
he places,
Chas will take a hoop running position and trust that he'll clear the blue with this yellow ball in his next shot?
yes, he will, and black on the boundary will be trying to stop that from happening. So I wonder which one you would choose to clear here. I think red perhaps is the one that's more likely to be running the hoop. Yellow's just a clearing ball. So if he can clear red, it is not next to play.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, hit the hoop leg. I think there was a little bit of it was a bit handicapped. The leg of the hoop was in the way there.
It was a tight shot. So
Yeah.
Chas now would be keen to clear with yellow, clear the blue away. And it's not a long
Chas will
shot for Chas.
Chas will stride across the court and put the opponent's balls on the boundary, which does mean that they're where he thinks they went out, but very amiable player on the court.
And pretty accurate with those clearances. It never pulls back on the shot. It's always a full shot.
This is going to be a long clearance by Owen, isn't it? This is a
Uh,
16 yard.
14, 14 15.
Yep.
Hmm, great camera angle now. We'll see if the ball
Oh,
curves as well. Oh, came down on
Now
that a
don't hit
bit
it on
to
the
make it
comeback.
more so nothing
So
else around,
Chaz,
and red can just run the hoop.
equaliser, and we'll turn into the court towards hoop 5.
Have we got, can you remember where the yellow is?
I can
Oh,
remember where the black is, but no, I can't remember
yeah,
where the yellow is.
no. Oh, it did, it was hit away though, wasn't it? I was wondering if we had anything offside.
Hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Yes,
Must have been hit there by an opponent. Oh, that's looking very nice.
very nice. Yellow can see it though.
Not bothering with it. Must be
No,
planning to hit with the other one. He's thinking that he can clear black with red.
great deal of confidence to be able to think I can do that. But
Hmm.
when you've played as many games as Chaz, so
Well, he's
black
going
and
to
blue
have
in
to
front
clear
of the
both
hoop.
off. Ah, kicked a goal. Oh,
Yes,
what
that's
did
what
you
I
say?
call find the gap.
Found the gap. Mm.
Yeah. Oh,
So black for the hoop.
hmm.
We
Too many of
we
us when
did
we
know.
place both our balls.
Sorry,
Too many of
Serena,
us
go ahead.
mm, when we place our balls in front of the hoop, we place them too close together, and we allow an opponent to perhaps take a swing at both of them. But Owen didn't do that here, did he? They were just far enough apart that Chaz's ball could come between. So
Mm.
Owen 3 and Chaz 2, and a nice placement up to the next hoop, isn't it?
It's very threatening up there at hoop
Mm.
6, very much. There was no hesitation about attempting that hoop. He didn't bother to turn on yellow. He didn't even look to see if yellow was a hoop runner. He just went for the hoop.
Oh,
And so did Chaz.
well done, Chaz. I hope your club mates back at Yarrawonga went, well done, Chaz.
And they might all be watching that on the big screen in the clubhouse.
Yes, let's raise our glass. Well done, Chaz.
It's still a good position for black to be jumping from. So
Yes.
see if Chaz believes that's possible, in which case he'll be trying to clear black away with this red one. But unfortunately not.
No. Well, will we see a jump?
This will be a jump to go 4-2 up, otherwise it's definitely going to be 3 each. The big advantage if he manages to jump this, because yellow can't get to the next hoop.
Oh, he did
Very
it.
nice. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
great jump and
Great jump
really
and great
puts him in
camera
the top
angle.
three.
Yes.
Yeah. So Chaz now needs to get a ball in front of the hoop in one, because yellow is
Well, he's
stuck
got to
in the
bring the
balls.
yellow out of the hoop. He has to bring the yellow out of the
Mm,
hoop, and then Owen gets first
mm,
shot to hoop 7.
yep.
So the
So
score
red's
is
the
actually
only.
hmm, so the score should be what, 4-2?
Yep. And they've done that 4-2.
Hmm. Well, it's a very nice position, yes. We see the replay of the jump here. Oh, right height.
That was
Yeah.
very, very good and didn't dislodge the yellow. Because if he had actually knocked yellow through, yellow would score the hoop, even if black got through as well. So it was a great jump, great result for Owen.
And if he had put yellow through, then yellow would have had the first shot to hoop 7. But here we
Mm.
have Owen well positioned in front of hoop 7, and he's going to dispatch yellow into the next. Oh,
Oh,
didn't
and
expect
Owen's not
that.
impressed with that.
No, Owen didn't expect that.
No. So instead of sending black over to have another ball to run for the hoop, he was deciding that if he got rid of yellow, there'd be no chance of yellow moving blue. As it is, yellow didn't manage to move blue, so he didn't really lose much by that attempt.
So when you get to a score that potentially in a few moments could be 5-2, do you start to feel comfortable, Trish, or is every hoop fought for?
It's the saying again, it's not over till it's over until the balls are in the
Mm.
box.
Now,
It's not possible to feel comfortable.
I would have expected that blue ball to actually head further up towards hoop 8, but for some reason or other it must have bobbled in the hoop or. So do you think
Hmm.
Owen will be coming to try and position between red and hoop 8?
Probably with this one, and then he'd be trying
Mm.
to clear it out of the way with this other ball. But I was actually wondering if he might have attempted to just jaws the ball last time, so that
Mm-hmm.
if it was sitting in the jaws, he could then get down to the next hoop and try and go for both hoops. It might have been a little bit greedy, perhaps, but with the positions of Chaz's balls, there was an opportunity for him to just put blue in the jaws.
Yes, a nice straight drive between 7 and 8.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, he's really helped yellow there.
he hasn't blocked red, do you think?
No, I don't think so. I know that was a boldish play from Chaz.
Mm.
I thought that perhaps he might not do that because that gives Owen a chance to clear his other ball.
I see black taking a position in front of the hoop and he'll be trusting that blue will clear yellow
Mm.
far enough away that it can't come back. Yeah.
Except yellow's next to
Mm.
play, Serena.
Yes, and it does. It looks like it does have a pathway to the hoop. We expect Chaz will.
Mm.
Do you think Chaz will actually go for the hoop? I'm saying yes.
Well, yes, red's on the boundary, so
Mm.
I think he'll go
Mm.
for the hoop. That's the second time he's hit that leg.
Mm. Mm-hmm. This is interesting. Why take the clip off? Is
I
he
think
going
he's
to
going
attempt to
to
jump
jump.
his own ball? Oh.
Yes. Mm. Well, both balls are on that side of the court, on that side of the hoop.
Mm.
Both of Chaz's are further away, so I suppose he thinks it's a free shot. 5-2 up.
If this comes off, it'll
Maybe
be
he
in the
is going to
highlights
jump.
reel. Oh, missed.
Hmm. I think that's what we were talking about, Serena. Both of these players are taking any advantage that they can and taking
Mm.
chances in doing so. But that was a measured chance because his other ball was
Mm.
also in hoop running position.
And still is, and that's what he'll be
Hmm.
doing next, I think, attempting with the black to run hoop 8.
No? Hmm. And of course, if your opponent knows that you'll go for it no matter what, it puts a certain amount of pressure on them and forces them to do the same. And Chaz did do that. He's had 2 attempts at the hoop.
Good camera angle. just through, but that's fine because we're heading across court to hoop 9. So Owen Dickinson having
And
no clips left on the back of the jacket, just
and
needing
the
one
other
more
good
hoop.
thing, that shot has meant that red doesn't have a clear path across the court. Red is not going to be able to get good position anywhere near hoop 9. But there again, black's not going to have a backswing either if it needs it. They're hampering each other at that point. You can see the camera
Well,
line there, the red hidden behind black.
yes. A look at Croquet scores tells me that Owen Dickinson has played 3 games and won them already today, and yet he's striding across this court. No lessening of energy. We know what Chaz tried to do there, but it didn't quite work.
Didn't work, no. But he didn't have a shot, so he decided that he'd give Owen
Mm?
no shot, but it didn't work. So is that a block on yellow? Not quite.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you,
almost
you,
through.
would, you wouldn't read
Oh,
about that one.
no, no. This has got to go in the highlights as well. I can't see blue. Yes, look at Owen. What do I do now?
Just a little wry shake of the head. He's taking the
Oh,
clip
he's going to
off,
attempt
so
it.
it's going to
Mm,
be a jump.
yep. Well, he's got nothing to lose, has he?
No,
He's
he's
6-2.
6-2
This could
up.
be 7-2 or it could be 6-3.
No, he's having a think about it, but Chaz is in the box
Mm,
seat here because as he runs this with yellow, he can get great position at the next two.
yes, a good clean stroke will do that. Oh,
Owen had decided to interfere with the shot rather than for the next shot and basically surrendering the hoop,
so
but
he
that
wanted to
didn't come off.
nestle his blue
Hmm.
ball at the rear of the yellow.
Mm. Difficult,
Mm.
and he was quite a long way out.
It does give black a chance, though, to come back and not be over halfway.
Well, I think he's looking at firing at
Mm.
yellow.
Oh, camera angle, terrific.
Hmm.
No.
I think Chaz perhaps was trying to put red in the way so that Owen didn't have that shot.
Let's see if Chaz can get a nice clear shot up to hoop 10. Don't overshoot, Chaz. It's well over halfway.
Oh, that was an important shot. Um, with a ball behind the hoop like that, Chaz has an opportunity to hide from it in hoop running position.
Or if Chaz actually jawsed with the yellow, blue's there to do something about it.
I don't think that's what Owen would like.
No.
Um, at the moment, he's just trying to get closer to the hoop. Well, here we go. Chaz
Mm,
going for the hoop. I think that went through, did it?
no.
No,
No, no clip on the
no.
hoop. No.
Oh, looks like Owen's taking over now. He just has to clear that red. We've had a complete turnaround, blue and black in front of the hoop and yellow and red somewhere else.
Yes, a complete
Good shot.
turnaround. Now, looking at Croquet scores again, Chaz also has played 3 games up to this one, and he's won all 3. So no wonder there's a bounce in his step.
Chaz has a
Both have
bounce
won
in
all
his step
3.
all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that was so close, Trish.
That was, and this is the hoop for the match or
Yes.
the shot for the match. I don't think he can run it. He's looking for the spot where red can't see him. That's
Mm.
just a tiny shot so that red can't clear him.
So Chaz is attempting to block Blue's path to the hoop, do you think? And missed
I
slightly.
suspect he is, but Owen doesn't care about that, I don't think. I think he's just going to
Mm.
hit yellow. No, he is, and he's
Oh.
done it.
Well done.
Fortune favours the brave. Seven, 7-3, and although the score looks like a very easy win to Owen, it certainly wasn't, was it? There's a lot of battles in there.
A lot of battles at some of the hoops, yes. Hit away. And we might think, oh, someone's missed long roquets, but the point is they've been put in a position where they have to come back with long roquets, isn't it? So,
Yes,
yeah.
the clearances they were forced into those long clearances, and they were forced
Mm,
into long hoop attempts as well. And that's what it's about. Make your opponent do
mm.
things that maybe they're not comfortable doing. So Owen now has 3 wins on the board. Chaz has 3 wins on the board. I'm not sure what's happening with Kevin, who's top seed in that block. He's got 2 wins on the board at the moment.
Mm.
So he's
No, Owen
in
will
a
have
match.
4
No, two
wins.
wins and
Owen will have 4 wins. Chaz will have 3.
Kevin has
So well done,
actually
Owen.
lost. Kevin has lost 6-7 to John Uden.
Mm.
John in the bottom half of the draw has two
Yeah.
two wins. So
Oh,
it's looking like quite a strong and interesting block. In Block A at the moment, we have Leicester on top with 4 wins and 3 wins to Stephen and Andre and 2 wins to Richard Parks, who's seated second in the block. So there's a couple of games still in progress on that block.
very close matches, some of them. And it's wonderful to see people that we don't normally see here. Okay, we've got
Quite a few
obviously a
country players have come in,
mhm.
Serena.
So we've got Tom Lacey and Omar on the screen at the moment.
Tom
Tom
from
Lacey from
Wonthaggi.
Wonthaggi. Mm-hmm.
And Omar from Monash, the same club as John Uden, who's in that same block. There's referee John explaining something.
Well, I'll take a punt here and say somebody potentially may have played a wrong ball, and we're just trying to work out what to do. But we'll soon know.
John does a lot of the referee training, so whatever it is, he'll work it out. Well, a bit of discussion. And
Hmm.
in croquet, you are certainly allowed to question an interpretation, but you can't question a matter of fact. Looks like we've got a resolution here.
Hmm. It always helps when the referee and both players end up agreeing.
Mm.
Okay, not
So
sure what's
referee
happening here.
Martin.
Ball swap.
That's a very strange rule. That was new last year, wasn't it, Serena? The ball swap rule.
In the last version of the golf croquet rules, yes, ball swap, and it's taken us a long time to come to grips with it. So obviously John
Mm.
explained it to them.
Would you like to explain it?
Well, if in a singles game, if you're blue and black and you play blue when you should have played black, because you own both balls, the opponent can choose ball swap. So they just change the position of the balls and play on in sequence. So perhaps we'll just say that blue played instead of black. And so we'll change the position of the balls and we'll pretend that black played. So it plays on in sequence with yellow. And it's actually quite a complicated thing to think through. I was refereeing last week and a couple of times we had to do it and the players actually had to say, give me time to think through the scenario of would I be in a better advantageous position if I went for ball swap, or the other option would be replace and replay and allow the player who actually offended to play the correct ball. Oh,
Mm. So the person who gets the choice about the swapping of the balls is not the owner of the
the oppo-
balls, it's
no,
the
the
opponent.
opponent. Yes.
That was actually quite a good outcome, that collision of the balls, because
Mm.
he managed to move both of them. At the moment, Omar 5 and Tom 1.
Yes, we're playing at hoop 7. As I said, these players may not have played here that often at this level. I admire them both for coming along. The Victorian Croquet Centre is not just for elite competition, it's available to all the members of Croquet Victoria and around Australia and the world. We have world events here.
That's right. We
So do you
we
think
have.
Omar's
We've
heading for yellow? Mm. Oh, shot.
That was a very good shot, and black has
Oh,
finished up in a much nicer position than yellow. Black is still online to actually get to the hoop. He could even run it from there. So that was brilliant.
yes, and he sent yellow such a long way away. But of course they come back, don't they?
Come back, but he can't run a hoop from there, so
No,
it's
overshot
not
just a
great.
little.
Nobody has a shot from the hoop. Those ones close to the hoop
Mm.
have no chance of getting through the hoop. The only one, ironically, who could get through the hoop was black.
Mm.
But that's interesting. There is a
Oh,
tendency for
yes.
the lower ranked players to play little shots like that, and instead of clearing, I was
Mm.
surprised at that shot.
But he has neutralised Blue's attempt to the hoop, so I suppose the
He's
outcome is there.
neutralised. He's
Mm.
neutralised his own hoop, his own shot too.
Mm.
Hmm. It did mean that Oma couldn't disturb red without also disturbing blue, but we're a
Mm.
bit back to square one. Nobody can run the hoop. There's a promotion coming on here, I think, playing to
Yeah.
position red.
Mm. Blue will take red, do you think?
I think he has to because red can run the
Hmm.
hoop from there. And if he hits it well, blue will stay and red will be on the far boundary. Beautiful
Nice.
shot.
Lovely shot.
So I think Tom's idea of promoting it was good in that he was able to get two hoop runners, but red was a bit of a sitting duck.
Both of these players play off a handicap of 6. So they are evenly matched as far as the handicap system that
Yes.
golf croquet uses. They may not be elite players on ones and zeros, but they are evenly matched. Although the
The
scoreboards,
the ranking system looks at matches against people who have a ranking, enough people within the match or within the tournament to result in a score that is fed into the ranking system. And so far, Tom hasn't played any, so he is not in the system. So he is still a relatively new player.
well,
And
that
it
shot
is
from Oma was terrific. But isn't it wonderful that Tom has decided to come and enter this competition, even though he may not
it is
have
an
a
open,
ranking as yet?
yeah,
Mm.
it is an open event, and so we do encourage people to come and play. And of course, the only way you're going to improve your game is by playing. And bad luck there, Omar. That ball
Yeah.
was in good position, and you worked to get it there.
It just changes in 30 seconds. I would have said blue and black in dominant, a couple of rotations of colours, blue and black dominant, and now we've got red and yellow that could potentially be
Hmm.
dominant in front of the hoop.
One good shot, it all changes, or one
Mm.
poor shot, and it all changes too.
Mm. I would think that
I think
Oma thinks
Omar,
I have to take red,
yes, he
which he
must move
does.
it because
Mm.
yellow was positioned to take blue a very long
Mm.
way if he didn't.
Mm. Oh,
Tom just popped it
he's
back.
missed the wide position.
He could bombard both of these.
Managed to get the yellow though.
Neatly picked yellow out.
Mm.
And of course, if yellow clears blue, then red has a run at the hoop. And he
Oh,
does.
good
It's a
shot.
nice shot. Very businesslike, that
Nice.
one.
Yep, nice distance away. The temperature mustn't be quite as Antarctic as it was earlier on in the day. We're seeing some bare arms, jackets off. Missed.
Just missed.
Yes.
So again, there's an opportunity here for red to just nestle in the jaws. And with only one hoop, 1-5, he could just leave it there so that he
Hmm.
has first pick at the next hoop as well, but he didn't do that.
Mm.
Black has first pick down at the hoop, first shot.
And he's overshot.
Mm. So yellow can come into hoop running position, but short, but it's also overshot.
Also. Hmm.
It's quite a skill in measuring the pace of the court.
It's nicely placed, but it may not stay there.
Hmm.
I think he
Black's
was
not
trying to
opting to
block red.
move.
Mm, mm.
He wasn't opting to move yellow, and yellow's not opting to move blue. It's quite different tactics from what we saw with Chaz and Owen.
Mm. Yes, they went for the big hit nearly all the time, didn't they?
Mm. Mm. Well,
Do
with
you think
yellow
that
poised to run,
can black run the hoop?
no, not from that angle. It doesn't seem
No,
so.
no.
But he's looking to jump, is he? After
I think a
all the
jump,
way they've
yes.
been. Hmm. No, bad luck. I'm surprised at him doing that. I thought he would have cleared the ball.
Hmm.
I didn't think there was a problem with red. He really could have just cleared yellow then. Hmm. So the score now 3-5
Hmm.
to Tom. He's made the last two hoops.
You may consider that being that he's actually overshot the hoop, but he will be in a defensive position for that hoop, won't he? He'll be able to hit any red that comes in into that hoop.
Mm. It is defensive, but it really would be better if it was runnable as well. And if you're first to the hoop, you really need to be in a position where you can run it. Tom quite keen on the idea of promoting balls. And so's Omar.
Yes.
That's where we would have seen Chaz or Owen go for the hoop, I think, but instead of that, just a gentle clearance. Oh, no, we're changing.
Mm.
He must have decided that yellow can't run the hoop from there.
And he does now have both blue and black reasonably close to hoop 9.
Mm. And Tom trying to decide if blue can
Mm.
run. I thought he'd go for the hoop as well. It was a bit unconvincing though, wasn't he? Just turned without
Mm.
stalking it, just turned and gave it a little whack.
So
Oh,
he's
nicely
jaws that,
played.
but not quite in the centre.
No, from there he won't get up to the hoop, and yellow will have a shot beforehand. So Omar has to decide now if he needs to move that yellow. Because yellow can clear it. Of course, black could take hoop running position hidden from red, and then it wouldn't matter if yellow cleared.
So it all depends how far yellow. Yes. Oh,
Mm.
Tom was there. He was expecting that that's where it would go.
I'm wondering if blue is too close to the leg to run it. The yellow looking to clear it, and it's a miss. Nicely done.
Blue hoop.
So
Mm.
we have 6-3 now to Omar.
A lot of pressure on the next hoop for Tom.
He needs a good position now, Tom,
Mm.
and he gets it. May
He
still be
does.
a little long.
Oh.
Going for the clearance that time.
Mm.
Hmm.
This is a long
This
clearance
might be
from
one.
Omar.
It's a
Mm.
long one. This might be one that if you miss the ball, you make the hoop. Not quite.
No.
So a chance to go to 4-6 now. Oh
Oh,
no,
no.
he's having a look at the hoop to see if there's something wrong with it.
We all do that, or we look at the mallet, don't we?
So Tom looking at coming in from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not sure that tactic was useful, but it is quite common. A lot of people do it.
It's whether you can follow the ball through, isn't it? When there's a ball in the hoop there. Most often you end up ricocheting away. Okay, so this is it. Can Omar follow through? Can he knock the yellow ball back and follow through with the black?
Or,
Oh, he's going to attempt to jump.
or a little jump, because there's
Mm.
no danger of yellow running the hoop. Just jump. No,
Mm. No.
they're giving us quite a few surprises, Serena.
They are. And a big contrast between some of the games, isn't it?
Lots
But that
more
all
little
makes
shots
for
in this game.
mm,
Hmm.
mm. We can't see there whether that yellow ball has actually come through to the playing side.
No, I don't think it has.
No. Mm.
That was a pretty good shot with blue, but red can remove it, which it does.
Mm.
They're starting to do quite a lot of close to the hoop shots, very different from the Chaz Owen game.
Is it because Tom realises that if he allows Omar to take this hoop, the game's over? There's quite a bit of pressure, isn't there, on Tom?
Hmm.
Oh.
I think it's just a totally different style. The concept
Mm.
of which shots will be useful is quite different from Owen and Chaz. They were interested in big clearances and long hoops, but there's a lot more in close decisions being made here.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking chances or calculated chances. They're playing cautiously.
So that ball must be nestling up against that hoop leg,
Hmm.
and obviously a
All
clean
right,
shot.
I think red is a sitting duck now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Yes, the black ball didn't stay in front of the hoop.
It wasn't hit quite straight on, was it? And
Mm,
unless you hit straight on, you're going to get quite a lot of movement with your ball off at an angle as well. It was an opportunity for Omer, but didn't execute that one as well as he would have liked. And yellow's come back in beautiful position.
beautiful shot.
Yellow's well hidden from blue. He's come in on the long shot side.
Yellow's blocked blue's path, do you think, to the hoop? So Tom will just come into a set-up position in front of the hoop? No?
He
He's
might have liked
taking
to,
more of a
but it didn't
defensive?
quite go there.
Mm,
Mm. I think he may have been trying to get right in front, but it
mm.
didn't work. And black, I think, must be trying to hide from red.
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure because yellow was sitting there ready to run the hoop.
Mm,
Uh,
not quite. Back on the leg
mm.
again. He can clear quite a long way away, Tom, with the slightest action of the mallet.
Yes, it's very little backswing.
Mm.
But, he now has two balls on the playing side, and one of them is very much in front of the hoop.
Oh,
Mm. He has
is the
no follow through at all with that shot, was
no.
there? Yes. Just when you think the hoop's decided, something like that happens. Okay,
And not a
this time
long stalk.
no.
So he's trying to hide from red there, Omar.
Oh, they play the wrong ball. No, it's
Mm.
all right. His opponents warned him. Now, if he can manage to hit this dead centre, yellow will be gone and blue will be
Mhm.
there. So we'll have black and blue on the playing side. And that's quite a good shot. There's very little hanging back from the hoop from these two, is there? They place them quite close in and then depend on a long shot.
Depend on the block, don't they? Yes.
Mm. All right, well, perhaps this time red
Mm.
can be cleared away, leaving black in good running position. You can see in the little window, black's perfectly in front.
So we need a big clearance of the red.
Well, unfortunately, it can't be very big because it's going to the boundary only 7 yards away. So he's managed to angle it quite a bit. So
Hmm.
he's made it perhaps 10 yards, maybe 11. It's a little bit of a risk of an in-off if he
This
hits
is a big
this
this is a
too.
big shot, isn't it, in the game?
Mm,
If he
mm.
doesn't clear this black, the game could be over. Oh,
Well, now this could be it. We've said that
mm,
before though, haven't we?
we have. Oh. It it
Oh, I was holding
this
my breath, Serena.
I'm sitting here willing the ball through and it just doesn't happen. Yeah. But then we're not on the court, are we, Tricia?
This is where we play our best croquet from. So you may be able to knock the
Mm,
black out, but unfortunately blue's there. No,
no,
not this time.
no.
I think the
Well
players
done.
were a bit amused by that exchange too.
Mm.
Well done. Almost 7-3. There were some very good shots in there, some very different tactics.
Yes, some
So
very
I
good
think that was
shots.
the first time for both of those players in the Victorian men's golf croquet, and perhaps the first time for both of them here at Cairnlea. All good experience, and I think they'll find it's good fun because they get an opportunity to play some players who are much stronger than them, but from whom they can learn a lot. So here we are on court 2, where Stephen Forster is playing Richard Parks. The score shows a 0-0, but that's obviously not correct because the game has been in play for a while and they look like they're contending hoop 5. Richard's a
Now
very
that the
tall
game
man with
between
a Richard's a very tall man with a big swing,
mm, we're very used
and
to seeing Stephen Forster on the court,
we are,
but
yeah.
now that the game between Omar and Tom has concluded, I'll leave you and hand over to Kate Patrick. We still have
Oh,
an hour to go to the end of this broadcast. Tricia and Kate, I think, will take us out, but I'll speak to you both tomorrow again. So
thank you,
enjoy
Serena.
the rest of
Yes,
the
we'll
day.
see.
Hmm.
Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello, Kate. Welcome back. Well, I think Kate's there. So at the moment, they've got the score up as
Okay.
Stephen 3. Hello, Kate. I'm just reading out the score. Stephen 3 and Richard 1, and they're contesting hoop 5.
Yes, and that's the correct score. I've just been out to have a look on the actual hoops, and Richard got the first hoop, but then Stephen got the next 3.
Mm.
So, and
We are used to seeing Stephen here quite a lot, but often it's in association croquet, and Richard is mostly a golf croquet player. I don't even know if he does play association.
I don't think he does. No. And Stephen, you can see, is wearing a black armband. That's in recognition of Alan Honey, who died yesterday morning very unexpectedly.
Yes, it was very, very sad, Kate. Alan had done commentating with us
Only
last
last
weekend
weekend.
for the association croquet, and we will miss him in croquet circles very much. Stephen consolidates his lead to 4-1 with a nice run with red at hoop 5.
Having the good fortune to be put into, which must make Richard a bit irritated.
Strange things happen in golf croquet. We know that. Strange ricochets that you don't expect, strange little curls that can completely change the complex of the game.
Stephen seems to be really getting into it.
Yes. His major game definitely is association croquet, but the clearing shots and the positioning shots and hoop running is are all skills that association croquet players have as well, except that we don't particularly like to run long hoops, which is essential for golf croquet.
Yes, no, he's put his yellow so close to the black, he can't clear blue. He's tried to block blue. If they're touching, there's no constraint on Richard sending yellow away, or he could just leave it there.
Well, if yellow's not going to be able to hit blue, Richard doesn't really need to do anything.
I think he's just hit it so it's touching black. They're jointly calling for the referee. I guess there's not many referees around. They're trying to make sure the referee notices the mallets.
Stephen has to be careful that he doesn't commit a fault in this shot by either touching the opponent ball as well, or having a double tap. But I don't think there's a chance that he can change the position of yellow much safely. Well, that may have been a lucky shot. I don't know if it's managed to block the blue.
Looks as if it might. I think Richard's looking very much as if he's going to clear red.
Yes. So if he can't run the hoop, he has to clear red because red can, and red's next to play.
Yeah. But black has got a very good clearing shot on yellow now.
The black's still in control around that hoop. Even if Stephen takes good position with red, black still clears yellow. So you have to think a lot of hoops ahead, a lot of shots ahead.
John van der Touw coming to say, what was that referee discussion all about? And is there something still needed on the lawn? Or do I need to consult you about something completely different?
Yes. And now we can see that black is in hoop running position. Red is as well, but blocked by black. And blue is next to play after yellow. So blue will be thinking that if they can clear that red ball, black will be free to run. So Stephen will be looking to say, what can I do to stop that? It's just checking the line of blue on red.
Yeah.
He's decided that he will clear blue, but unfortunately didn't do it. So that leaves blue able to move red and leave black in position. So Stephen will have an opportunity to clear black with red, but it's likely to be a very long shot.
This is what Richard is hoping.
Mm. And he's managed to do a lovely shot there. Red is a
Kept his
long
head
way
down.
away and blue's there.
Kept his head down throughout the shot.
Very good
Always,
technique. Nice follow
always
through.
such a temptation. Lift your head and see where the
Mm.
ball's going, and then it doesn't
Mm.
go where you wanted it to.
So Stephen now has one more chance to clear the black. And blue was a little bit in the way. But in that shot, he did come off the blue. So even though he's gone past halfway to the next hoop, he is in a legal position. So he's got quite a nice position with red to head for the next hoop and to defend at that hoop as well. Richard running the hoop. Interesting here, Kate, that black has gone off the court there and it would be in the way of Stephen's shot. So with the rules the way they are, the black can be left off the court until he's had his shot.
Yeah. And now he puts it on in the correct position. And I think blue has got a line on yellow. And maybe
Yes.
going for it, I think.
Well, he can opt to clear it now or have a go with black.
Mm. Well, I think he was going to take both those chances. If he didn't clear with blue, he's got his second go because it's in a beautiful position.
Mm. And red
insert shows you.
Red may hide black, yellow from black. No, he's not quite. He was going for a little block there so that black couldn't see yellow, and it's gone just a little bit too far. Richard needing to hit this yellow ball now. He's 2-4 down.
No.
And it's a miss. It was very close, but no. So yellow beautifully positioned in front of the hoop.
Stephen kindly picking up Richard's ball for him.
Puts it exactly where it went out over the line, because that's where it has to be played from in its next turn. So yellow for the hoop for a 5-2 lead.
Doing very nicely. And coming up, but not as far up as you might have thought. He's not come
Not
right
as
up
far
through.
as he would have liked,
no.
but safely through.
And well through. He's got a good hit on the ball to the next hoop, even if he's not quite up there. Just nudging through the ball a little way is really the most frustrating thing. Because the next hoop you don't have a clear hit, do you? Is this Stephen knowing how the lawn will take the ball, or he's just hitting a bit further than he wanted to?
Yes, he really would have liked to have taken position with that ball and cleared with the yellow ball, but the only ball that's really in hoop running position is the blue, and I think Richard was looking then at putting the block in so that red couldn't hit, but blue to play now. Oh, look at that turn. So Richard going for the hoop. So this is a bit more like we saw with Chaz and Owen. You see the hoop, go for the hoop.
Oh, so you'd be expecting red to clear black, wouldn't you? And maybe
Yes,
end up in front of the hoop. So black goes quite a long way and black comes a bit deep but in line with the hoop.
I think he's looking for distance on black, and that was exactly what was going to happen. I'm sure Richard knew that, so he decided to take the chance because he wanted that hoop right then. And there could have been a bit more jockeying for position for a while, but he said, no, I can see it, I'll go for it now. Just didn't quite pay off that time. Yellow's in hoop running position, so Richard's either got to hit yellow or run the hoop.
There's a challenge from the other end of the court.
Stranger things have happened.
They have. Go, Richard. I don't think he's done either.
Neither of those. No. Well, Stephen, this is a longish hoop for someone who plays largely association, but he's shown his golf croquet colours lately, so this should be all right. Stephen wearing an Australian tracksuit. He's represented Australia many, many times in association croquet, but not in golf croquet. He's come to this side of the mallet sports only recently, but he's obviously enjoying it. That was a bit low. Yeah.
Came out and went back into the middle, so it's actually not on the leg. Richard has got black behind. He's just going to check.
Yeah.
Can it run the hoop? We believe it can run the hoop. So maybe he might just clear red, so that then black has got to go at hitting it out, because otherwise red could just hit it through.
I think that's what he's looking at, because red hitting it through is quite a good assumption, and it would give red position whipped across towards the next hoop. So he wants to remove that. So he's putting his eggs in the basket of clear this and then clear yellow with black, both of which are quite difficult shots.
And he lifted his head.
So that one didn't work. He's also offside, but he's a long way away. He's more than halfway to the next hoop. And Stephen, I think, is asking a matter of the rules, that if he goes past halfway with red after this shot, will he be offside? But he won't, provided yellow runs the hoop. Yes, so if he makes yellow run the hoop and at the same time goes beyond halfway, he won't be offside.
That's right.
And I think that's what he's managed to do.
So he's gone to 6-2, which is quite a lead. I think he's told Richard that Richard is offside.
Yes,
and
I think
he knows that he himself isn't.
Yes.
Because there's that special situation, if you go offside in the process of the hoop being run, and it could be your ball or your opponent ball, you can come off your own ball in that situation and still not be counted as offside.
That's right. You can go past halfway without contacting an opponent ball, provided it's in the shot in which the hoop was made.
Yeah.
And Richard has managed to block red's passage to the hoop. And Stephen has allowed himself room for yellow to run the hoop if he happens to clear black with red. Ah, no, it's not.
No, that was
yellow's
black
clear.
and yellow,
Yes.
not red.
Yeah,
Red's faded
that's
black.
all right. Yeah, yellow's all right. So Richard trying for a second block, is he? Not easy to land a block when it curls like that.
No, it was going to the right position if what he wanted was to protect black. But then it curled around. Oh.
And an uncharacteristic miss from Stephen. And black to play. So at 2-6 down, Richard has an opportunity for the hoop, and Stephen has a ball that hasn't touched anything, and I think it's past halfway.
That peg would be marking the halfway mark.
Now this
Quite
is
complicated,
really an
all the halfway marks.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity
Richard.
for Richard.
Keep your head down.
Richard Parks 42 in Australia, Stephen number 8.
But most of that number 8 is, oh no.
Oh.
Most of that number 8 is his association ranking. So he's...
No, that's the golf ranking. That's the golf
I'm
ranking.
saying that
He just
I was saying that his handicap in golf originally derived from his handicap in association.
Yes, I'm talking about the ranking position, Kate. He is ranked 8, but I think that's because the few games that he has played in golf croquet, he's played against players from whom he gets good points. But I don't know that they put them in a ranked position based on your association play like they do with your handicap.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant that his starting handicap when he started to play golf croquet was very low because his handicap was low because his ranking in AC was high. So he was given a low handicap in GC because he's so good at AC.
And does that affect the ranking? I think we'll have to find out about that one. Oh dear. Sometimes when you miss it doesn't matter, but sometimes when you miss it really matters.
This is a bit of politesse here. He's waiting for Richard to set his ball before he turns around and takes his stroke. Because he's planning to hit the blue ball quite a long way away.
The position in which blue went out for that shot is important, so he'll take a lot of care marking it in.
And I guess one reason why he wanted Richard to be able to see where it went out.
So Richard's in a spot where he really needs to take the chance to run the hoop. That's not to be. So Stephen now in a very good position. There's a lot of pressure you can put on your opponent if you manage to stay around the hoop and send them far away. So Richard had to go for that one. I'm sure he would have expected that he would at least hit the leg and be somewhere around. I don't think he would have expected to absolutely miss and finish up at the far end of the court.
No. Very long way away. Another boundary ball. Well, it can't be cleared any further, I guess.
Yes, yellow's not really in a position to run the hoop, so Richard has another opportunity to clear the red. And at the moment, it looks like red isn't going to be able to run it because I think yellow's in the way of red.
That's a good angle.
Not quite clear whether red has a free shot at the hoop. But it's certainly it's blocking Richard's shot on red. That's looking likely. And he's cleared the yellow. Unfortunately, red's next to play. So about a yard and a half hoop. And there it is. Well done, Stephen. 7-2. I think Richard was a bit unlucky with a couple of those shots, but yeah, they were interesting tussles at a couple of the hoops. I think both players played quite well. Stephen perhaps a little more accurate in his placement, but I only saw half of the match. Kate, what would you say about the early part of the match?
Well, after the first hoop, I would say Stephen took control. There was, there were only those two hoops. You saw the second hoop that Richard got. He got the first hoop. Stephen got the second. Then they were in contention on the third, but ultimately Stephen just went on to win them all.
He just mounted the pressure, didn't he?
He did.
More and more.
Played very accurately.
Now we've gone over to the other court, and it looks like we've got that was John Carr. Is it John? No, Tom. Tom. And I can't see who the other player is. Is it the, it's not Peter Goldstraw, is it? I can't tell who that is. I don't
think so. He's not tall enough for Peter Goldstraw. It might be John O'Dane.
John Uden.
Yeah.
For Monash. So these are actually the bottom seeds of that block. So we should see.
I'll just check. I know who Tom's supposed to be playing. Well, Tom's game after his his game with Omar, which we saw, is with John Oden.
John,
So
is it
I,
Odin? Right.
I thought it was O'Dane.
Oh, okay.
I have talked to him about this. He says, I go with anything. People pronounce it different
Well,
ways.
that's good. Oh, did you
But
notice just then the referee was out there? I think we had another case of a wrong ball play, and it looks like they opted for the replace and replay option because Tom's ball went back over near hoop 4 and they played again. The blue clearing red because black is in running position, but unfortunately blue didn't manage to do the clearance. So red will be able to clear black. Doesn't have to clear it very far as long as it can't still run the hoop. And successfully done. And John's from Monash, Tom from Wonthaggi, and John does have a ranking, 146, but Tom so far doesn't. I'm not sure what their handicaps are, but certainly with the block being a ranked block, the John is 6th and Tom 8th.
we'll try and get hold of the scores.
Tom trying to put in a block so that black can't clear yellow, and I think he's done that successfully.
So I think quite possibly John is going to jump.
It's a bit like it. If he manages to get the jump, red and yellow will be in an uncomfortable position for the next two. But ball went up but collected the leg. This is a little bit hampered, but Tom's not too worried about that. He's through.
So he seems to have 4 clips on his jacket, so that would suggest it's 3-2 to John. Four to blue. 4-1.
That's a nice position. And yellow certainly can't do anything about black, so that will have to be red's job. was a neat little shot. Red did a lovely job doing the clearance, and then the ball's just back. And blue to play. Just making sure he's got 2 balls on the playing side, just in case red manages to move black. So John has an opportunity to change the score again, 5-1 this time.
It's an Irish name, he tells me. John O'Dane.
Okay.
Pretty
Yellow an
challenging for everyone
opportunity.
to spell and pronounce.
Yes.
I don't think that's
Yellow,
quite how it's spelled. Sorry.
no, Yellow had an opportunity there to be first to the hoop, but overcooked it a bit. So he's now putting red in, but he's going to have to dispense blue because that plays first. I think both blue and black could run the hoop. He's in a bit of a quandary because if he moves black, blue can run. He has to move blue and then he'll have to move black as well later.
But that was a good shot. He's
That
cleared
was.
blue over to the side, yellow is straight behind, and red is in well placed to clear black. So, and back comes blue. What a beautiful position. Danger, danger. Red hits black, black puts blue through. No, but red runs the hoop. Oh, that is fantastic. Well done, Tom. Let's have a replay of that one.
We've been thinking they were playing cautiously, but he just walked up and went through. I'm sure John thought that he was right.
He's now 2-5. Can we have a replay of red running the hoop, please? What a pleasure.
He's using his whole body to guide that through. I think he willed it through.
And he got it quite well up as well. That's very good. Refusing to go 1-6 down.
There haven't been very many risky shots in this game, and that was what you'd have to call a risky do or die shot, and he did it beautifully.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about golf croquet is it's quite easy to learn what to do, simple shots. The tactics come into it enormously, but it can be played with gusto and huge risky shots, or it can be played with little nifty shots, and people can enjoy it at club level like that, or they can enjoy the big whacking shots as well. All right, blue's the only one in position, so he's going to have a go.
But
rejection. May also be that some of the clubs that don't have the quadway hoops, which we're playing with here, means that their players are not accustomed to the way these hoops reject the balls. There's just a little bit more difficult to run. Monash has got them, yeah. Some of the country clubs don't have them. I don't know if Tom's club would have them. Which one's Peggy?
No, I don't know. I don't remember. I've been there. They might well. They have very nice hoop clips.
Oh.
Better hoop clips than these. Nice metal ones that they've imported from China themselves, and somebody has lined with little bits of cork so they don't injure the hoops.
Oh.
They're my go-to people for getting those golf croquet clips. You know how you have to have a set, you have to have 6 of every colour.
Well, that was very enterprising of them.
Mm.
With the popularity of golf croquet, a lot of different clubs got different sorts of clips, but there's still quite a few places where the players use little elastic spongy things on their mallet handles to keep score.
Yeah. Hair bands, hair ties.
Is that what they are?
Yeah. Yeah. But often they use plastic clips, and the plastic clips break.
Mm.
And so you go around and there's little bits of orange plastic on the ground. These ones are metal and they last forever, I think. Now we have another go.
And once again, this one to go 6-2 if he gets it.
And he's got
And
it.
it's beautiful. Mm. So yellow's first to get across to hit 9. I don't know if he's got much of a line from there.
So that'll be 6-2, John.
Mm. That's a good shot, good position.
You feel as if you have to be a bit silent while the person hits the ball so you don't distract them from the task.
It's a habit, isn't it? Because when you're on the court, you have to be still and quiet when your opponent's hitting.
Yeah.
There's a little nudge into position there, but it doesn't trouble red.
Hey, what's he
makes
doing?
it a bit difficult.
He's not brought the ball in.
Oh, he's forgotten to put the ball on the court. His opponent's reminding him.
Oh, well, that's very polite. I was in my very first competition game playing with my husband, and he was called out by the opposition for playing the ball from outside the court, and they said that was a fault and we lost the turn. But it wasn't.
Oh.
It was just a non-shot.
Yes, you get to do it again.
It wasn't a fault at all. He should have done it again, but he was told he wasn't allowed to do it.
So that's why you need to know the rules, isn't it?
Oh, look, another brave hoop.
Another one, yes.
3-6.
3-6. He's staging a comeback now.
Well, he's got 2 of the last 3 hoops.
Mm.
And that's gone a tiny bit too far and curved
And
around
he is
in an unfriendly direction. Yes, and he was pushing it through again, wasn't he?
Again,
his hand was going forward. Go ball, go ball. Replay.
And he is yet to win a game. And John has won 2.
He's not giving up though.
No. Well, all the balls clustered around together, so they can all choose what they're going to do now.
I wouldn't give much odds on red staying there.
No. Mm. He's almost managed to put red in a position where it can't hit black.
Not quite.
But it did. That's where the position that the ball goes out is important, isn't it? A
Mm.
little bit further across and it wouldn't have been able to hit black.
But I think they were quite meticulous about marking it incorrectly.
Yeah. I don't know if he was trying to hit red then or if he was aiming for the hoop because his opponent's going to clear yellow. No, he's not. Okay. Sorry, his opponent was going to clear blue, but no, he wasn't. He's putting a wall in. I can't guess.
Oh,
I think he must have been aiming for yellow, has he?
I think he was.
Mm.
I was surprised he was aiming for yellow because I thought red can run. But red has not run.
He must have known that he was going
I
to
don't
miss.
think he would.
He was backing it. So yellow is the one that plays next, but it can't run.
No.
So
It can
John
hit black though.
Yes.
But it might not be able to hit blue. I wonder whether it can hit blue. Or is it going to promote red? Oh, it is.
He was keen on a promotion earlier, so
Yeah.
he's thinking of that
I think
now.
he's going to kind of pop red in front. Looking at all the blocking positions.
He's working out
I
some
don't know.
angles.
This is
there.
very dangerous. Oh no, he's got it in. Wow.
Well, red looks like it can clear black, and I don't think blue can afford to try to hit red, so he must be trying to jump.
Why has he left the clip on the hoop?
No, he's not jumping. I don't know what he's doing.
He's trying to put black where it can't be hit by red. I think he's got the hoop. Pretty successful. Sent black well away. No, I think John's given up. He's going to go to the halfway mark.
There were some cunning shots in there, ones that I could never have predicted.
Why he didn't go right to the boundary? You've got a much better angle if you go to the boundary.
He was looking at distance. All right, so Tom's come back
4-6.
to 4-6. Yeah. Maybe he's planning to hit black across.
Doesn't look like it. Maybe he was planning and didn't work. That's nice. And it looks as if he might be shielded by black.
Don't know if he was going for the block then.
Hard to tell.
We want position. Oh, John, we just wanted position there. Oh dear. It's not very nice to hit your own ball, is it?
Especially on 6-4. Oh, another oh dear. Well, All these unwanted outcomes.
Yeah. All right, so red's not going to be able to run it, and black can't run it from there because it went too far, and he's not going to hang back. He's trying for the sitting in the jaws. Quite different tactics from other games.
Now
I'm
that
not
was
sure what
peculiar.
that one.
Really, he
Yeah.
had blue so far away, he could clear black with red. Why would he not just take position with yellow?
Take position. I don't know.
Blue's sitting there waiting for blue to come through, but no longer.
Oh, well, double
That
clearance.
was a good shot.
Hmm.
That's a good shot. We can see what's going on here.
Nice shot.
Except they're
They've
both
done
taken away.
a few good clearing shots.
But I
So that idea of coming
Tom's
up
in the
from
better
behind
position.
coming up from behind and sneaking through like that is not something we've seen a lot of here. I think you see that more in club games.
And very
But it
often
is working.
you have a ball sitting there waiting to take you out, which he did have, apart from that nice double clearance.
Mm. And that's cleared yellow, but unfortunately black's far away.
Mm.
Tom looking for a wide spot from blue for yellow. He's angling in quite close for it. Hasn't managed to get it, I think. No. That's a good shot.
Ah, lordy.
Lots of exchanges and no definite tactics. It seems like they're just playing shot for shot.
Yes. Yes, it doesn't have that. This will be the clearer and this will be the runner that we were talking about earlier today.
No.
No particular role for any particular ball. Just
No.
all jockeying for position and knocking away.
And close to the hoop. Lots of jockeying close, which means that the clearances can be clearing two a long way away because they're short shots.
Yeah.
Very different.
Now, what do we think? Is yellow going for the hoop? Yeah.
I think he's looking for the block, but no, there's no need. He's going for hoop position. Another clearance that finished with the opponent closer to the hoop than the blue.
Mm.
I think black had better clear red, but then yellow is going to be back in front. Yep, nicely done. It's a good switcheroo, that one. If you clear the ball that isn't next to play, it can't just turn around and come back. So blue takes position and black will be the clearer. Yellow is in good position, but I think black can still do it. But no, we've done it the other way around. Blue's cleared yellow. I can't guess, Kate.
Well, they're not playing according to a standard kind of series of strategies.
No. All right, we're back in the jaws. Red's well able to clear it.
Siri chose that moment to tell me what strategy was.
To tell you what this strategy is. So, blue almost blocking red shot on black, but not quite. But if red does change places with black, blue will be able to shift it if yellow doesn't interfere. So, okay, so black in good position. Yellow may or may not be able to see it, and red's a long way away. This might be another one where he sneaks in through the back. Yep. Okay, if blue manages to clear yellow, Kate, black will be sitting there, comfortably able to run if red doesn't knock it. Here we go. We'll see if red's successful again. Oh gosh. Each setup, they must both be getting very frustrated. They're setting up, but they're unable to consolidate by actually running the hoop. So that was the last.
I tried reloading and they've dropped me out.
I can hear you, Kate.
I can't hear anything.
And we've got some technical difficulties here that Kate can't hear what I'm saying, but I can hear her. So I'm just going to keep on talking so that we've got a little bit of commentary for the end of the game until perhaps they can link Kate back in. So we've had a lot of exchanges at this hoop, and it could have been the final hoop of the game. And each player has managed to get position, John most frequently, but they just can't seem to land the hoop.
Okay. So I can see here we have yellow coming back to be in front of the hoop yet again, and blue will come and try and track them down.
So black once again in position to clear yellow, and blue finally run the hoop again. And with no clearing shot there from red, perhaps the pattern will be carried out this time and blue will be able to run. I think it's in good running position.
Okay. So this could be, it could be the final hoop.
So one more attempt to clear that blue from yellow. If he doesn't, perhaps this time we'll have a result in the game.
And it did. Wow, this is a big struggle.
Neither of them are giving up on this hoop.
Absolutely defining hoop. He was hopeful.
He was very disappointed with that. I think he's just heading straight for the hoop this time.
And he's got
Yes.
it. Ah, fantastic.
Finally.
But you have to say, Tom made a real game of it. He caught up after being 5-1 down, and that hoop must have taken, what, 15 minutes?
I don't know. I kept thinking it was going to happen. And this is a far more difficult hoop than he missed earlier. He's taken time with it. Beautiful swing. And that was definitely worth a replay. Final hoop like that. Oh, well done.
That was
Oh,
beautiful.
we've switched across now to court 2, and it looks like we've got Kevin Beard playing Chaz Quinn, both actually members at Yarrawonga, although Kevin is living and playing in Brunswick as well. Not Brunswick, sorry, Essendon. So I don't know quite what's happening here. Chaz must have moved a ball accidentally, placed it back. Kevin's agreed.
So they must be well on with this game. This is hoop 9. And in fact, I think that was the last hoop of the game.
Just came back in time to see the end.
So I think we might just look at Croquet scores and then call it a day. Because we have 4 minutes. So if we could bring up Croquet scores, it won't be absolutely up to date, but it'll give us an idea. Let's start with the women, as they might be nearly all over. I can see Leicester on the court 1, that very distinctive swing. Playing Stephen by the look of it. What a game to miss.
Yeah, that would be a good one. So in the women, on the results so far, I have Elaine Coverdale with 4 wins. So the one that's missing is Chris Eifert plays Elaine Coverdale. And I'm also missing Claire Keating plays Helen Gammon.
They're only, we've got it on the screen. Everyone has 4 games, so there's 1 game missing for everyone. They must be in their final round.
Helen Gammon and Chris Eifert and Elaine Coverdale, and Helen Gammon and Claire Keating are still to play.
And Julie Beasley and Anne Nicol.
Oh, there's another gap there. I can see it now. Yes, Julie Beasley playing Anne Nicol.
So that's where we are really. There's 1 round to go. What about the men?
On the men, so far on the results, there's only the 1 match that Kevin has to play, which is Owen Dickinson, and
we'll just bring it up.
Chaz still has to play Peter Goldstraw.
Here we are. So they've played 5 games each in a block of 8. So there are a couple of games left to go. And Leicester Leicester and Hughes are Leicester and Stephen are playing right now. What a pity.
And Leicester still also has to play Richard Parks.
Yeah.
And Andre has to play Richard and Stephen. So there are some good games still waiting to be played. Of course, as you get further up the rankings, the top top end start to play each other.
And in Block B, just going to Block B, here we go. Owen undefeated. Kevin, oh, there's a couple of people with one loss. Yeah, that's quite an interesting block. So we've got some good games for there tomorrow, and we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yep, 10 a.m. tomorrow for some really good games in the Victorian Men's Championship and the Victorian Women's Championship at Cairnlea in Victoria. Thanks, Kate.
Thank you,
And
Tricia.
thanks to everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Bye.